Rock and roll, everybody. Welcome to ALPOUGH. First name Michael, nickname Comet. Today is June 3rd, 2021. My, has this year gone by? I hope your day's going great. I want to welcome everyone who's coming into this stream live, who's coming in later, and who is coming in months and years from now, because I will be here. This is my calling. Okay, I'm not just about posting. I'm about action. And I know that deep down, I've gotten, reactions. Everybody, you're going to get a reaction for every action that you do, especially if you are someone who is putting it on the line. Hey, friend, are you putting it on the line today? Sorry, I'm still drinking coffee in the afternoon because I'm always got to be up and ready and rolling. Every day, I prepare 2 shows. I haven't asked for nothing except to give you the gift of love. And I know that, hey, you know what, baby? We're going to rock some worlds. Right? We're going to rock some things, I've always been that kind of guy anyway. Anybody who ever knew me, I always, let's roll the dice, baby, every day. No matter how good I get, I still jump off because there's more things to learn. And if you don't risk, you don't get the reward. Don't you want the reward? Now, for all of us here, we know one thing that's guaranteed. Everybody dies. Yes, even I, the great ALPOUGH, is on the back 9. I'm still looking for the hole-in-one, though. All the golf I've ever played, I've never had a hole-in-one. You think all the shots I've had, I've never had a hole-in-one. But maybe one day. But again, do I need to have a hole-in-one to validate my life? What is it about you that you're validating, using validation? Hold on here. Let me make the camera here just up a little bit. What are you? What is validating you? If you don't know, write it down. If you can't find it, then you need to be able to slow down, to speed up by becoming an adult of your mind, an adult of your thought, equaling you are what you think about. You are what you think about. Can't you see? Can't you see what these thoughts now they keep doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, yeah. See, thoughts can lift you up or destroy you. I've talked about this before, and I'm always going to come back to it because it begins with how you think about it. So let's talk about what we are going to talk about today. Oops, I didn't want to say that. Oh, yes, the creator is Mother Sophia. Didn't mean to slip that in. To love or not to love? To love or not to love? For that is the question. Whether I want to be mowed over by the ones that don't or loved by the ones that do. Right? So, a decision or a choice. Do you decide to love, or you decide not to love? And in that process, who should you love? Who should you love? Okay, let's go back out and let's go as simple as possible. Only those that love you. You know, I'm the only guy doing the work here, so I got to straighten my curtain up. You guys thought I was in heaven, man. I'm actually in my office here, trying to get all this stuff straight. Atmosphere is everything is the best I can do right now. So only those who love you. All right. So let me just say this, and this is the things that have happened here over the last year and a half, 2 years, or really what's really kind of happened is when Trump got into office. It seemed that there was this complete division that came up where everyone had to be placed in a box. And if, so what did it come down to? Well, people were disagreeing and whatever. And so now it's come down to, who do you love? Okay. So is it you only love those who love you? Okay. But the new trend, because there is a new trend out here where there is this division, and there is what I would call now conditional love. Not unconditional love. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about conditional love, right? I love you, but really, because you believe the way you believe, I just can't hang out with you. I love you, but I'm the one who's right and you're the one who's wrong. And, this is the way it is. Otherwise, I don't love you. Okay. And it's coming down to how you feel about politics, how you feel about race, how you feel about money, how you feel about support. You tell me there isn't anything that's not going on, that's not been put on the table here in the last year and a half. The teeter-totter. Does anybody remember the teeter-totter? Okay. You remember the teeter-totter when you might weigh more than the person, and so you go down and you leave them up there. And they say, let me down. Please let me down. I'll let you down when you're ready. And then they might yell, let me down. And then you'll just jump up and drop them down. And they might fall to the ground. But again, love. How do we deal with that? So conditional love depends on what you think and then how you speak. It's no different than here, is the earth round? Is the earth flat? Okay, there's a huge debate on that. Does the vaccines work or the vaccines don't? There's a whole debate on everything out there. I can't even reveal to you some of the facts that I know. Well, because it's already got me warned on YouTube. I'm just a beginner guy. But I'm making some headway because, I have some videos that have been getting a lot of views. Please go to my channel, the YouTube. Subscribe to me. That's what I subscribe and like my content. You don't even have to make a comment. Okay. Just give me a like or dislike. It doesn't matter. Okay. It just means that people are actually tuning in and letting me know. All right. So conditional love, again, in review, is now you have to be in a certain frame. Okay. You have to be in my frame in order for me now to, love you. You see? And now, I'm not like that. Just to let you know. For me, acceptance is not on a condition, but for most it is on a condition. Now, I accept everyone because there's always a debate. If you're willing to debate, or if you're willing to talk, it's not about seeing and changing over to my side. It's more about understanding a different side. It doesn't mean you have to come over to the side, but it does mean that you're at least open to talk. And so what appears to be happening here is debate is irrelevant. Either you're this way or you're not anyway. And this is what's going on with us. And we've got to not let the red pills and the blue pills dictate on how we're supposed to feel about each other. Love your neighbor. Well, your neighbor's right next to you. And you don't know what that person, I live on a block. I don't know what this person thinks and what that person thinks and what that person thinks, but we live on the same block. So we're always polite to each other. You see? That's what it's about. That to have an open debate, to keep the open debate. And this is what I do with my neighbors. Yeah, we live in a really quiet neighborhood. But probably, as you all know, I'm friendlier than the average bear. I love to talk to people. I love to connect to people. I love to give them a big smile. I love to say hello. How's your day? Wow, we're going through some tough times, but let's stick together. How can we help each other? Stay relevant to each other. Make sure you say hello to people. It's great. Simple. But now agreeing to disagree is almost over. Agreeing to disagree is almost over. You feel that? Can you feel that yourself? Is it getting to the place where everyone's afraid to even speak what their truth is? And right now, I'm telling you right now, this division that's coming is going to be in a bigger gap. I'm trying to be as real with you as possible without revealing things that can get me kicked off. So why love everybody? Why love everybody? Why love the red pills and the blue pills? Right? Why? If they're the ones who are deceiving us, why should we love them? To keep the peace within yourself. Peace within yourself, man, is all you got. Happiness is fleeting. Peace is forever. Staying within peace of ourselves by bringing the love within ourselves. You've heard that expression of, my cup runneth over. You see, in order for us to love, the cup must runneth over to allow to share in the cup runneth. You can feel whether or not your cup runneth over, like mine is now. Mine is. My cup runneth over. That's why I'm sharing. That's why I come here every day at 2:30 and 6:30. 5 days a week. Number 87 is here. I started April the 1st. And it wasn't about proving it to myself, because I already knew that I could prove it to myself because I've done it before. I've had shows, but not to this level. But it was a buildup. But preparation is everything. I had to prepare my mind, spirit, body, because of everything that happened to me last year. The hardest year of my life. I've got 64 of them in the book. So I know what the hardest year of my life was. And it was last year. And yet, I'm better than ever. Even better. Even better after people had screwed me out of my business. You see? In your worst case scenarios. Yesterday, I talked about rejection. Protection or rejection. You see, we're all going to get rejected. Our love is always going to be tested. The greater you love, the greater the test. When you truly love, you're loving in an unconditional way for a condition. Do this so you won't get love. Do this so you won't get money. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Degrade yourself or you won't get love. Stay in an abusive relationship that doesn't work. Being in a situation where you know you're around the wrong people. This is about loving everybody, but being in what I would call compromising depends. In this state of compromising depends, you have to decide, is this situation the best? Because the number one person is you. I'm here to free your mind, Neo. You. You know, we talked about rejection yesterday, on how giving love and being rejected and how that makes you feel, and people disagreeing with you and how that makes you feel. And, you know, for me, as I said, you let it roll off your back. This is an expression rolling off your back, so that, you know, when someone comes at you, you can say, I'm gonna roll that off my back. That means it doesn't get to enter the negativeness of your brain. And it keeps you in what? Love. See, what we're missing, but what we have to keep doing, is find a common ground to love your fellow man. For you, you have to decide on how much you want to love someone. Even the most negative people, and the, you know, the negative person who did something to me like no one's ever done for last year, you have to find a common ground of, so to place it so that it doesn't make you become like them. Because people want to bring you down. The greater you love, the greater the test. If you decide that I love you even if you hate me, can you do that? Because you know that's a big one now. You know that. Come on now. Come on. Come on. You know how many people have BS'd about that? I love you even if you hate me. It's just words. Okay? Or, I hate you, but I still love you. You don't believe the way I believe. So I have to hate you, but I still love you because you don't agree with it. Now, let me just say this. Here's where we're at. You've read all kinds of words. You've read all kinds of things that it seems that you have to be the one who compromises. Okay, compromising is a huge thing because there's one thing to compromise. I'm married to my wife. You ain't compromising. You don't have a marriage. Okay, that should be the number one thing when you get married is to compromise in love, and they never say that in the vows. That one they didn't say, honey, but they did say that you're supposed to pick the Kansas City Chiefs as the number one team. I know I'm in trouble. I said it. Okay. So, but now I'm going to say something that I know it's going to be controversial, but I'm here to talk about it anyway. So I love you even if you hate me, but I do not turn the other cheek. I don't turn the other cheek. If you hit me on my left side, if you think I'm going to turn and let you hit me on the right side, you got another thing coming. Because that's not how I roll. See, I can make my stand. And I want to give you the strength to make yours. Because a lot of us are afraid to speak our truth. For me to say Sophia is the Holy Spirit, yeah, people have to recognize. And to all my Christian friends out there, to all my Christian friends, I leave you with a thought. What's the number one sin that you will not be forgiven for? You ever thought about that? You know it. Now you know it. To deny the Holy Spirit. Remember what he said? Jesus, you can deny me. You can deny the Father. But if you deny the Holy Spirit, you will not enter into the pearly gates, baby. So now you're going to risk that? You going to risk that? You better find out about it, Sophia. Your soul is on the line. Sorry. Everybody loves to tell me their truth. Well, I'm telling you mine. Okay? You don't want to be left, right? Just because you won't acknowledge the Holy Spirit as a woman? Especially you men. Yeah, baby, I said it. So here it is. I don't turn the other cheek, but I will walk away. I will walk away. Because I love myself and I love you and I don't want nobody to get hurt. So walk away. It's easy to walk away. If somebody hits me, he's bigger than me, I'm running. Shit, I don't care. You think I'm crazy? I live to be another day. Believe me, I've been in enough fights. I bet I've been in more fights than you by being attacked. I've been attacked. I've been in 20 fights in my life. No fault of my own. So walk away. I've walked away from more things than you can possibly imagine. I just walk away from people. I just do. There's no need to get into that argument. You just walk away. All right? Unless you back me into a corner. See, I don't back people in corners. You know why? because you have no idea what that person is when you back somebody into a corner. So love is taking a stand to love yourself and to love others. I would always suggest that you love. Hate is not easy to keep. You know, it's hard to, it really grows and grows and grows. So it's best to make love the stand. Of course, unless backed into a corner. So let's stand together. Okay? We can agree to disagree. If you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, that's cool. If you believe in the Bible or the Quran or the newspaper or the red pills or the blue pills, we should be able to find a playing ground where we can still be friends. But then that doesn't necessarily mean that the other person wants to be. Because once people fall into the place of judgment, it's over. So stay out of judgment and stay open, okay? I'm going to go through my comments before I get here. Hey, Tracy, great line. Love yourself first so your cup runneth over to love others. It's an imaginary thing in your mind that you just have to see. But I'm going to do a demonstration for you one day and you'll see. I'm so thankful to having such an amazing teacher and mentor. I can't wait for the world to discover the hidden spiritual treasure. Yes, Amanda, darling. Yes. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. What happened? YouTube froze? That's weird. Maybe they pulled the Amanda Darling on me. They didn't like what I was saying. I was doing some copyrighted music here. Oh, okay. I'm back. All right, good. Beautiful. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate you. Oh, whoa. My favorite show. Well, wow. Yours is my favorite show. So I guess we're even. Thank you. Oh, you like my tie? Yeah. See, I put a tie on every day and I shave. Thank you for noticing it. Yes, Mother Sophia, I believe in the truth. Thank you. I just appreciate everybody coming in. I know that I'm a bit, I'm a bit like me. So I believe in what I believe and I want to share it with you. But I do believe that we all have an ability to have dialogue. What's wrong with that? I mean, you know, I don't see what's wrong with that. Sophia is an opinion, but a truth. Oh, you got that right. If you do your research, I mean, if you really do your research, you'll see. You'll see. She's out there, and I will be teaching it. She's in all over the Bible. So let's just keep talking, man. It's not being right. I don't need to be right. Ask anyone. I don't need to be right. I just need to get it right. I'm not in this to be famous. I'm in this to express what I feel is the truth and that has been hidden. Go to Proverbs 8. Go to Proverbs 8 and read that chapter. And you're going to see. You'll see that there is something different out there now, man. Listen, we got to be open. If somebody can prove me wrong, I'm open to it. But now if I can prove it to you, would you be open to that? Or is it about conditional love or unconditional love? So I am so thankful, and I mean thankful for everyone who's tuned in today. And it just makes me feel that at least it only takes one. Okay. I'm here to just add to your thought. I'm not here to change you. I'm just here to add to your thought. And um, if it brings about a new thought process or an added thought process, then it'll be fine. I think it's a good point. I think a man would say, show me biblical proof of the Holy Spirit not being Sophia. That. I love it. I love it. You can bring me all kinds of, you can put scriptures in here. I love to talk about everything. Leave me an opinion. Right now, I can't get opinions off of Facebook. So if you could go to Twitch and YouTube, then you can comment. Let's have a debate. I will make a program on a debate about that. I am so open about her. There's cocky Amanda. You won't find any. Exactly. But let's hide that. So let's stand together. Let's stand in love. I'll be back at 6:30. And we'll continue another subject on how to love ourselves. ALPOUGH. That's me. Alpo. First name Michael, nickname Comet. Come on back here at 6:30. I'll be here. Until then, have a great afternoon and a great evening.